All right, here's part three of making your first GUI. Hopefully you've got it running, right? So this is what we had from the last video. We just had a basic one where you could enter some legs and it would calculate the hypotenuse for you. So just a couple other things I wanted to show you in design here. You can start to change the colors and everything. So like just click on the thing you want. So here's the background. And so let's see, here's the background color. So I'm clicked on the content pane, which you can see it kind of highlighted over here. And then if I go over here and click on the color, you can see what looks fancy. Blue, maybe I'll do green. Okay, and you can see then it shows up right away and I run it, boom. And you can make the background an image and all sorts of stuff. You just got to play around. I'm not even sure how to make it an image. I forget how to do that. But if you play around in here, you can usually figure out a lot of cool stuff. Same thing with like the buttons, right? So you can go in here, change the colors and stuff. Ooh, that looks awful. Not gonna lie. Let's go try blue. That looks a little bit better. And you can make it big if you want big font. Change the size, right? And there's a lot of cool things you can change about here and play around with. So I encourage you to make some changes with it. Again, if you've got the absolute layout, you can drag it around and then use all these buttons to align things. It's pretty nice. So if I want all these to line up again, I just control click and have their tops line up. So there they all line up nice and pretty. So you can try to make it pretty if you want. And then the other thing I did want to show you is how to do a pop-up dialog. So I'm going to do another button and I'm just going to click here, make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to call this one button directions. Okay, and then change the text to be directions. Okay, and that is important. So when I double click in here, it'll take me to the code. So you can see this is where it's created, right? We created an object like we normally do. I guess it's initialized probably way, I don't know where it is initialized actually. It's initialized in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's initialized right there. The font's being set and all that. You can see you can change the code here. In addition to changing it in design, you can definitely change the code in here. And then this code right here is adding an action to the button. So when it gets clicked, it's going to do something. So again, when you're in the design view, if you just double click on the button, it'll take you right into the code that'll do something for when the button is clicked. Okay, so what I want to do is pop up what's called a J dialog. That's a little dialog box, and I'm basically going to use code that other programmers have written. And I forget how to do this, so what I want to do is just go into my web browser here and search for J dialog example and see what I can find. Usually I just kind of do some copy and paste. Um, so this one, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So there's the dialog example. Honestly, I don't really like that one. It's kind of garbage. I'm going to try this one. Try the second one here. Um, Man, this code is not simple. Well, okay. You might have to do some hunting. Maybe I'll post a link. I think I did post a video at some point in the GUI folder for this. Sorry this is taking so long, but yeah, I'll try to post a good link when I find one here. Okay, so I finally found the link I like, so I posted it in the folder today. So this just goes over how to make J dialogues, and it's really sweet because here's the code you need, and here's what it'll look like. Okay, so what I usually do is just copy one of these, like literally take this and copy it, and then just throw it in my code. So right in here where the button is clicked, I'm just going to do that. And this is the frame that I want to attach to. So I have to do my frame, which this whole thing is a frame, right? This, I'm inside my frame class here, so I'm just going to do this here. I think that'll work. Okay, and then I just need to import that. So I'm going to do Control Shift O to import it. And why is it complaining? All right, so I figured out that I can't use this because it doesn't like that. It's you're attaching this option pane to some frame. So I thought you'd put the frame here, but I actually put the content pane and then it worked. So I'm doing it to the panel. So it's just like tying it to what panel is the option pane popping out from. And so I'm going to do it from here. Okay, so I'm going to try to run this now and see if I can get it to work. Okay, and there it goes. So now all I need to do to get my directions to work is just to type my actual directions here as a string. All right, so I'm just going to type my string there, a long string. Of course, you're going to insult the user. That's very important to make sure you insult who's ever using your program. That's always a good plan. So now I got my J dialog popping up. And you can do a bunch of different ones, which is what that site will walk you through. So if you go here, it's got like a bunch of stuff here, but then I usually just scroll down all the way down here, and then here's sample code that goes with what it looks like. So that's super sweet because you can change the message here, you can change the icon, right? So it's kind of cool. You just look through these examples, look at the code, and copy and paste the one that you want. So that's kind of a cool way to add dialogues. And again, the link to this is right there. Um, and yeah, it's a good thing to play around with because your programs, you might want to use dialog boxes from time to time. They're kind of nice to have. And again, it's just something that pops up on top of our frame. So we've got our frame, and then boom, that pops a dialog up on top of the frame. And I think it won't let you go back. That's why you got to put content pane here because I think it won't let you go back to this until you've acknowledged the little dialog box. Okay, that's it. That's the basics. Obviously, mine looks pretty stupid, but you can play around, try to make it a little bit nicer. And again, your one doesn't have to do the Pythagorean theorem. You can really do whatever you want. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. I am going to have you turn in your code when you're done with this. So thanks.